Okay, so just wanted to jump on real quick. We've been going through the book of Ephesians on the family, wives and husbands, and now we're going to be getting into children and fathers. And so wanted to get my best friend on here for a second and give you guys a few helpful resources that we've picked up along the way. So first of all, let's talk about books that are helpful before a couple is married. So we normally, in marriage counseling, we use this book. So Preparing for Marriage, God's Way. Author is Wayne Mack. What do you think of this book?
I think it's good. It's very thorough.
It's very, very thorough. There's lots and lots of homework because, I mean, it is Bible verses and Bible verses and Bible verses. Do you find that sometimes that's difficult to get through?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, we're supposed to do like a chapter a week when we get together with couples, and sometimes it's like, 1, 2, 3 times for a chapter. So it's really good because there's so much to talk about. This is an awesome book, Preparing for Marriage, God's Way by Wayne Mack. And I will put that down in the comments as well. Even if you're married, I don't know if it's just me, but do you think this would be helpful even if you're already married to go through? Yeah. I mean, whenever we do marriage counseling, I'm always reminded of like ways that I still need to grow in our marriage.
Yeah, I think this is a good foundation for marriage counseling, but you're not going to remember everything in there.
No.
Because it's very expansive. So it's good to review it.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to being a man and a father, or a man and a husband, 2 books that I've really enjoyed. One is Disciplines of a Godly Man by R. Kent Hughes. Disciplines of a Godly Man by R. Kent Hughes. This is a wonderful book, not necessarily focused on husbanding so much, but just a great book on what does it mean to be a Christian man. And as I worked through this book when I was first a Christian, the Lord used it a great deal for my life to develop me. The other is Eric Ludy's book. It's got a very pretentious title, God's Gift to Women. I thought that was pretty audactic for him to title it that, but it's really the point of, masculinity is God-given, and it's good in its godly sense and its biblical sense, and so he goes through what that means to be a true man of God. So that's a couple books on marriage. Olivia has one by her favorite author on marriage as well.
Yeah, this one is called What Did You Expect by Paul Tripp. And it's just very gospel centered. So he goes through just different commitments for your marriage and kind of works through those and just different good things and then bad things in those little commitments. So that's a really good book.
Yeah. And then last one for marriage is by Bryan Chapell. He used to be the president of Covenant Theological Seminary. Now he's a pastor in Peoria, Illinois. It's Each for the Other. I read this as a college textbook. It's a really, really good, helpful book. Again, just different aspects of marriage, everything from the sacrificial husband, sacrificial wife, sacrificial partners, parental responsibilities. Just a really great book. Again, that's Bryan Chapell's Each for the Other. And last one for parenting. This is a great resource as well. Again, Olivia's favorite author.
So Parenting by Paul Tripp again. And again, very gospel-centered. In fact, the subtitle is 14 Gospel Principles that can radically change your family. And I would say that they can radically change it because the gospel is radical and can change your family. So It's very good.
Now, I am going to say I have a tendency with this book. I have a love-hate relationship with this one. You have to read it all the way through. Because if you only read the first few principles, you might forget that he who spares a rod hates his son. And so, I mean, that's from the book of Proverbs, and so the reality is that this grace-filled gospel principles parenting also looks like training them up and nourishing them in the gospel discipline as well. And so I got kind of in a tailspin for like a month when I first read the few chapters, and then Olivia was like, keep going, read the rest, and it's good. It's good. Anyways, I hope those books are helpful to you. We'll link them all down in the comments, and feel free to let us know. Are there any books that you've especially found helpful on parenting or for your marriage? But for now, I pray that you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.